Hey friends, good evening. I was thinking back to September 11th, 2001, and nearly 3,000 people were killed, and about how America as a whole responded with fellowship and patriotism like we'd never seen before. People of different races and religions all consoled one another, held hands at candlelight vigils, and sought the peace of the Lord. People actually tattooed stars and stripes on their bodies. American flags went up all over the nation. On the evening of the attacks, a couple hundred members of Congress, Democrats and Republicans, stood shoulder to shoulder and sang God Bless America on the steps of the Capitol, something we would have never expected to see. I remember when President Bush the next day said, "America is united." And, not everyone liked President Bush back then any more than they like Donald Trump today. But what Americans knew was that in times of crisis, it truly is united we stand, divided we fall. And it hurts me today to see that there is still so much anti-Trump rhetoric working almost as hard to divide us as he and his team seem to be working to save lives and to restore us and to get money in the hands of people who are in need. My hope today is that as a nation we could take a deep breath, put political differences aside, forget about the titles of Democrat or Republican, and just unite and stand strong together through this crisis. I know one of life's greatest needs seems to be accepted, to have a sense of belonging. So we generally are easy to jump on bandwagons, and that's because that desire and that need is just so great. We allow ourselves to be manipulated by popular culture and by whatever the group around us seems to be saying because we just desperately want to fit in. We give in to the temptation of conforming to popular notion of hating on our leaders. We're always finding fault. It's just the popular thing to do. But if we're not careful, friends, we can compromise who we are and our faith just for the temporary approval of others, just to feel like we're part of a group. As Christians especially, we have to remember that no matter how much pressure we face in life, God is always there to rescue us in times of need. Rather than living our lives for the approval of others, we should live our lives for an audience of one. Remember, no matter how much the heat's turned up with the pressure to conform, God has given us everything we need to challenge the norm so that we can stand up and stand out boldly for Him. Let's challenge the norm in our country over the past few years of division, and let's stand up for unity and faith. I promise you'll find a lot more peace in that. Let's just stop and join together and pray for one another and pray for our nation and pray for our leaders. And let's watch and see what God does. Take care, guys.